Everyone, this is Mr. Brass, and this is going to be my first of a sort of month-long, blogging series. It's going to be like this because, I'm going to be out on a little vacation while my sister's away. So, you have to bear with me. I may or may not be able to do interviews for the month. It all depends on my scheduling and how it comes out to be. I'm preparing for not being able to do it. So, I will try to be doing topics that last at least 5 minutes overall. And the topic that I want to discuss today is bananas. This was sort of on my mind because, I learned a trick when I was just shopping at a Save-A-Lot store, and basically I learned that I've been opening a banana the wrong way because you're supposed to, instead of going to the top of it with a long root or whatever is at it, and you yank it from there, you're actually not. You're supposed to go from the bottom, take out the black part of it, and peel it from there. I think that's how other primates do it. And I noticed some other people do it as well. And I actually found that it's actually a lot easier to do it that way than the other conventional way. And it is interesting to learning how many things you can actually make with bananas. It's sort of like, bananas are sort of like potatoes. You can pretty much make anything with them if you're creative enough. You can make pies, cakes, you can make multiple layers of dishes, you can fry them. Pretty much anything you can think of, you can pretty much do with a banana. And funny enough, despite the stereotypes, not all monkeys actually prefer bananas. Some of them prefer other kinds of fruits and vegetables. And I actually learned that while strawberries aren't actually a real berry, bananas actually are because they fit the definition better. So, I have been learning some new things, and, I'm hoping that, I can keep learning some more. I'd like to broaden my horizons on what I can and can't, what I can learn about culture, because I consider learning about God's creation an act of worship. And I consider, being able to learn the history of the plants, the animals, and more importantly, the people a lot better in my worship of God, or as the other deists say, divine providence. Same thing, but divine providence has less of a, what do they call it, less baggage to it, and it's more traditional, and I like tradition when it comes to stuff. But yeah, I believe, it's also interesting to notice how the type of bananas that we've actually used, they have changed because there have been diseases that have ravaged entire species of bananas, and we've had to change it out. The bananas that we eat today are likely not the bananas that, let's say, our grandpappies ate. They're completely different in some ways. We found something that's similar enough to it, and we might have to go the same route. It's because we keep cloning them. And while cloning is good, in the sense that we can produce a lot more and it's efficient, it's bad because if you get a disease that's very good at targeting one specific species of it, you pretty much go with one genetic variation of the banana, it can destroy the entire crop. So that is something that technology needs to work on, with not just bananas, but other things in general. Well, that is all for today. This is Mr. Brass saying goodbye and get wise.